welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski Water Show we're having today when Professor Makau Mutua, distinguished professor, former dean of the School of Law at SUNY Buffalo, New York. When he shows up on the show, folks, you know this show is smoking, second to none. And he's calling it like he sees it. And that's why we always say we got to keep talking all the time. Twitter handles at Makau Mutua, at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag is Politics 101. Question here, Prof, from Silas.
Yes.
Silas is a PA to Baba. Rao.
Who is Baba?
Rao.
I see.
What do you call him?
Just Mr. Odinga.
Oh, okay, Mr. Okay, so everyone's a Mr.
Why not?
Am I a Mr.?
Of course you are Mr. Jeff Koinange.
Okay, Silas says, ask the professor his honest opinion on the ability of IEBC as currently constituted to conduct free, fair, accountable, verifiable, independent, and credible presidential elections.
So the way to answer that question is to look at two factors. The first is the infrastructure of the IEBC to conduct a free and fair election. The infrastructure. And I would say that from the last election that was conducted in 2013, I think it was very clear that in terms of the register of voters, in terms of the equipment used to tally and tabulate votes, that the infrastructure was not sufficient.
Despite spending 8 billion shillings.
Despite spending taxpayer money, in Chicken Gate or in other scandals. And I might add that no one has ever been held accountable in this country for those crimes, although the UK did hold its own nationals accountable for those crimes.
And jail them.
Secondly, on the question of infrastructure, because personnel is part of infrastructure, I have no confidence at all, myself now, as a person, in the ability of the current commissioners to discharge their obligations under the Constitution independently, fairly, and without prejudice to call a free election.
So it's a
but the third thing, and this is more important, you see, once you break the trust with the people, even if your systems are excellent, you've lost it. You've lost the people. I think that what happened in 2013 with IEBC, they lost the trust of the people of this country.
So it's a person.
On that basis alone, they should just go home.
All of them.
All of them.
Even if they were innocent in...
Look, Mr. Isaac Hassan, the chair, is on record as calling Mr. Odinga names, calling him a serial loser. How can you call one of the contestants a serial loser? You're supposed to be an impartial arbiter of contestants.
By the way, they're looking for another 20-30 billion to get more BVR kits for 2017.
For Chicken Gate.
Chicken Gate 2.
For Chicken Gate 2 or Chicken Gate 3.
Prof,
I would not give them a dime.
You wouldn't?
They will be sent home first, and then another body should be constituted. And I think the next body that is constituted should probably be negotiated between the opposition and Jubilee.
Yeah. Prof, real quick, with the elections barely a year away.
Yes.
Can we get all our house in order? And I'm talking judiciary, IEBC, all the systems. Can we get them in order?
No, we won't. And I got news for you. The state of the republic is not good. The state of this republic is not good. But Kenyans should understand that a people get the government that they deserve in a democracy. Now, I want to qualify this and say that Kenya is not a complete democracy. Kenya is a democracy in the making. And so I'll cut the people some slack. But with every passing election, we should make progress. We should not go backwards. In 2007, we had pogroms in this country. We had a near genocidal situation in this country. In 2013, the election, in my view, was stolen.
You still believe that?
I still believe that. After that election was stolen, the state that was installed in power has looted this country's coffers. Jeff, I think no one of sane mind can dispute the fact that the kind of looting that we have seen since 2013 is unprecedented in this country.
Even former President Daniel Arap Moi, he said that this weekend.
So we've actually gone backwards. We've gone backwards. Countries should be able to go forward. But as I said, people deserve the government they elect. You know,
Prof,
they elected this government. This is what they got.
Prof, when you look at Kenya from your vantage point in Washington, D.C.,
yes.
when you talk to your colleagues at the World Bank,
yes.
what are they saying about Kenya? What do they say?
You know, the tragedy about Kenya, Jeff, is that Kenya is a beloved country. People all over the world love this country. They love Kenyans. They love the topography. They love the welcome they receive when they come to this country. They do. It's a beloved country. It is a magical place for anyone to visit. That is why Kenya has been in the bucket list of all these individuals that you mentioned.
That's right.
The Pope, Mr. Obama, Mr. Cameron, not to mention the millions of tourists who come here from all over the world. So the problem is this. Our governments have never seen a foot of theirs that they did not want to shoot. Yeah. This country has not been destroyed by the people. This country has been destroyed by the government. But I'll tell you why the people come in. The people come in because the people have the ability to change those whom they elect. You can throw the crooks out of office. Okay? And so the challenge for Kenyans in 2017 is going to be, are they going to allow themselves to be manipulated by tribal barons and put in pigeonholes and into certain baskets to return the same thieves into power that they elected in 2013? I think it is time for a change.
That's a big challenge.
It's a big challenge. But just to go back to your question, people love this country. They just love this country. I mean, and I do not know anyone of substance or means, you know, from abroad who has not visited this country.
Are they disappointed in what they see on a daily basis?
They're very, very disappointed. And I'll tell you how the disappointment expresses itself. You know, when they hear about scandals, like for example the scandal involving former Cabinet Secretary Anne Waiguru, who, by the way, just several months ago was sitting next to the most powerful man in the world.
On the planet.
President Barack Obama.
Right next to him.
Right next to him, sharing state secrets. Only for us to learn that she was involved in one of the biggest scandals in the history of the country. This is what disappoints people. And when people talk about these scandals, you know, as a Kenyan living abroad, you feel ashamed of yourself. You know, when people say that Kenyans have a BA in stealing, Kenyans have a Bachelor's of Arts in stealing, even Mr. Kenyatta himself said it when he was in Israel.
In Israel the other day?
Well, yeah. When people abroad hear about these terror attacks by Al-Shabaab in Garissa, for example, people came to me in Washington and other places and offered me condolences. Personal condolences, saying what a beautiful country you know, Kenya was, and that Kenya did not deserve to be attacked in this way. So we are a great place. People love us, but we cannot stop shooting ourselves in the foot.
Each time?
Every time.
Speaking of Washington, D.C., Prof.
Yes.
You guys have an election there that's just blowing everybody away.
Yes, absolutely.
Donald Trump.
Yes.
Could be the next president of the United States.
Yes.
Is that possible?
It's entirely possible, and from the look of things, I must say, let me preface first of all that my own belief is that Mr. Trump is a bigot, is a racist, he is a person who is not qualified to be the president of the United States. He's not qualified. Okay?
Yeah.
But the way the American system is organized, because of the various freedoms afforded in the country's laws and the Constitution, anyone can actually offer themselves for the presidency. And if you have enough resources, you can project yourself to the top. And this is what has happened.
And he could take it.
Yeah, Mr. Trump is not does not live in a poor area. Mr. Trump is one of the wealthiest persons in the world. Okay. That said, I want to say that the kind of rhetoric, the kind of language that he has used appeals to the fears of a particular demographic of society.
And they keep voting for him in the primaries.
And they keep voting for him in the primaries. And I believe, just by the look of things, after yesterday's primaries in Mississippi, Michigan, and Hawaii, I think it's becoming virtually impossible to stop him. I think on the other side of the aisle, with Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. There was a surprise one in Michigan, wasn't there?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders, wiped the slate clean there, and I must say that I just love Bernie Sanders.
Do you?
I'm feeling the burn. I'm feeling the burn.
You're feeling the burn?
Yeah, I'm feeling the burn. He has broadened the intellect of the American political discourse in a way in which no major candidate has done in the last 30 years. He has talked about issues, and if you look at the debates on the Democratic side, they are debates of substance and issues, as opposed to the juvenile taunting and name-calling
on the Republican side.
On the Republican side. But I must also say that current polling shows that if Hillary Clinton was to go against Donald Trump, she could very well lose to him. However, the same polls show that if Trump was to go against Sanders, Sanders might beat Trump.
Is that right?
It is correct.
So you're living in interesting times of the...
It's an interesting time. I think the whole playbook has been torn up and thrown
out the window.
Thrown out of the window. But we'll see. The Republican establishment created Donald Trump when they encouraged the Tea Party, which arose because of Obama. The Tea Party was a racist reaction to the election of the first black president of the United States, and they encouraged this anti-Obama Tea Party movement. It is that beast, that monster, that has come back to devour the Republican Party.
So don't be surprised if 9 months from now is going to be President Donald Trump?
Yeah, there might be President Donald Trump, but let me just say this so people don't get too alarmed. See, the American presidency is like a straitjacket. You don't just walk in there and get to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
The first time you are sworn in as president, they sit you down and they tell you what to do. You might be the most powerful person in the world, but you are going to listen to those who control the state, and those who control the presidency, and you're going to follow their rules. So even though Donald Trump is this bombastic, outrageous individual, they would put that man in a straitjacket and cut him to size.
So you wouldn't be rushing to leave America if he became president?
Well, I think the only thing that concerns me is that because of his language, because of his race baiting, because of his anti-Islamophobic rhetoric, my own sense is that it might be possible that crimes of opportunity might actually increase in that country, because there is a demographic in that country that is susceptible to these I would say to the language and to the words of race baiting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's possible. So, for example, we've seen in the last several months a spike in attacks on Muslims.
Yeah, that's right.
We've seen that.
Scary.
Yeah.
Let's come back to Kenya, Prof. And winding up now, looking into your crystal ball.
Yes.
Whether it's the metaphorical one.
It's a tool of analysis. I just want people to understand that.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does it tell you?
It is not a witch doctor's, piece of work.
So you're not like Mutahi Ngunyi?
No, not at all, not at all. And I must say that I feel sorry for Mr. Ngunyi.
Why do you feel sorry for him?
Well, I think that he's a fellow intellectual, but I would say that the kinds of things that I think he's been implicated in, just break my heart.
Yeah.
First of all, the name calling of communities, if you will, ethnic baiting statements, and then secondly, he's being mentioned in connection with the NYS scandal.
Yeah.
Those are sad things. Yeah.
Speaking of NYS, before we conclude, Prof, NY Guru, did they keep her in the limelight too long? Was she there too long and overstayed her welcome, if you will?
I think it was tragic for Mr. Kenyatta to defend Ms. Waiguru when he, in effect, fired others who are implicated in scandals. He should have gotten rid of her. I think it cost him a lot. And I think it's a kind of loss that loss of political clout and political purchase that might end up costing the election.
Yeah. By the way, she's running for governor of Nairobi, huh?
She has no chance. Zero chance.
You sure?
Zero chance.
Women like her?
Which women? I think we saw a few people that she had hired to demonstrate and to follow her in the streets.
If it was you, if you were the judge, would you put her in jail after that Kabura affidavit? Would you? seriously investigate?
I just think that the tragedy of Kenya is that there are no independent mechanisms to investigate anybody. They just don't exist.
No.
You know, and all these people are going to walk.
That's it.
Yeah, they're going to walk.
They're going to walk.
They're going to walk. And they know it. And everyone knows. There is not a single senior individual in this country who has ever been convicted of economic crimes. Not a single one.
And by the way, in Iran the other day,
yes,
you see that billionaire?
I saw that billionaire
sentenced to death.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in the death penalty. I would not sentence anyone to death. I don't believe in the death penalty. But I think what I would do is I would lock him up and throw away the key.
Just as good.
Forever.
Forever. And freeze their assets.
No, what do you mean freeze? I would take the assets. Not freeze them. Take the assets and deploy them in development. Don't just freeze the damn assets.
No.
Take them over.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And lock the guy away.
And throw away the key.
Which is what President Kenyatta needs to do, right?
You know, if you look at the trajectory of Mr. Kibaki's presidency, Mr. Kibaki at a certain point hit a brick wall of the Anglo-leasing matter.
Right.
And what he did at that particular point was to jettison some of his loyal lieutenants.
Yes.
Mr. Muraria, Mr. Murungaru.
Yep. Let them all go.
Mr. Kaidi Murungi. He cut them off at the knees. That is what gave him second life. Okay? Mr. Kenyatta must do the same, or forever be condemned to be a one-term person.
You said that again. I mean, you just said that again on this show.
Yes.
What happens if he wins another term? Deputy President William Ruto is with him, and they go again into 22. They go all the way to 22.
Then I think Kenya will be a nation of fools.
Oh my.
Kenya will be a nation of fools. Because look, we've been looted as a country. We've been abused. You know, when I come to this country and I walk around, every time I come around, people are happy, people are smiling. This time I come around, everybody is angry.
Can you see the shift?
I can see that people are angry. Even people in Central Province who are supposed to support Mr. Kenyatta don't support him anymore. Those same people used to call me names on Twitter and Facebook. Now they are praising me. They are calling me clairvoyant. I saw a guy write in a tweet that, well, I never believed that I would ever embrace you as a serious analyst when you said that you would not recognize Mr. Kenyatta as president. But I know exactly why you said so, and I'm glad you said it then.
Prof, always good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
And come back soon, my brother.
Yes.
Come back soon.
Yeah. I like to be on the bench. I like to be on the bench.
Appreciate it, man.
And like I said, I like your
my digs.
Your digs, man.
Moving on up.
Moving up.
Like the Jeffersons.
Like the Joneses.
Oh, Prof.
Yes.
Before I leave you, man, I got a gift for you.
Oh, man, you are spoiling me. The last time I came, you gave me a mug and you gave me a T-shirt.
Look at that.
And I can't have enough of them. Okay, what you got
now
here?
I'm giving you some goodies from Nivea.
Oh, my
Nivea Cool Kicks, man.
My goodness, man.
There you go. I got some deodorant.
I'm going to be irresistible, man. Come on, look at this.
You'll be in Washington, D.C.
I'll be irresistible, man.
You'll be the man.
I'll be the man.
The man.
The man. Absolutely, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much,
Great
bro.
stuff.
Yeah,
as always.
Thank you.
You know, this subject of politics, Prof, I can't get enough of it. Neither can Kenyans.
Neither can I, and I'm coming back soon to sit with you.
Beautiful. In the meantime, tomorrow night, we just have to continue this conversation because it's too good. It's too good. So I'm going to look for the best political tag team on TV. Nothing personal, Prof.
Yes.
The best political tag team.
That's a team, not one individual.
Correct.
It takes two to equal me.
And they're your friends, by the way.
Yes.
Dr. P.L.O. Lumumba.
Yes.
And Barack Baluka.
Oh, they are great guys.
Are they?
I love them.
I gotta get them tomorrow.
I love them.
I have to get them to continue.
I love them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
But put them to task.
I will.
Put them to task.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Always. Keep tweeting at Makau Mutua, at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag is Politics 101. And like I said, tomorrow night, no inspiration, or you might get inspired. But we're going to have to look for the best political tag team on TV because this conversation is hot, it's topical, and we must keep talking because, as I always say, the moment we stop talking is the moment we start fighting. And we do not want to go down that slippery slope. Thanks so much for watching. Good night. Good luck. And God bless. Thank you, sir.
You're the best, man.
Jeff Koinange Live in association with Nivea Men Cool Kick Body Lotion and Deodorant. Play it cool. New Cool Kick Body Lotion and Deodorant from Nivea Men. It starts with you.